What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Triple Z. I'm your host, Isaiah Henry. The Boston Celtics are currently the favorites to make it out of the Eastern Conference, according to all the sports betting apps out there in the world. Jayson Tatum has made a remarkable recovery from his Achilles injury. Jaylen Brown has played at an MVP level all season long. The supporting cast of Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, Luke Garza, Neemias Queta, Sam Hauser strengthens the play style for Boston of minimal mistakes, three-point shooting, execution on both ends of the floor, and the mastermind behind it all, Joe Mazzulla, has a compelling case to winning the Coach of the Year award. Since Jayson Tatum has made his return back to the starting lineup for the Boston Celtics, they have a record of 8-2 in those games. In the 225 minutes he's played, the Boston Celtics have a defensive rating of 106, an offensive rating of a 118, net rating of 11.6. Now, if you look at Jayson Tatum's shooting splits, it's not great. It's not appealing whatsoever. 30% from behind the three-point line, 38% from the field, but his all-around play has been amazing. When you go back to that win against the OKC Thunder, Jayson Tatum's decision making really stood out to me because he took the opportunity to make his teammates better. A team like the OKC Thunder was sending multiple defensive coverages towards Jayson Tatum. He was getting blitzed, he was getting double teamed. He saw Isaiah Hartenstein hedge multiple times in that game. Tatum comes off a flare screen set by Neemias Queta, and Isaiah Hartenstein is out of position somewhat defensively, and he has to recover back to Jayson Tatum. And with Jayson Tatum being such an intelligent player, having a high basketball IQ, he doesn't want to give the OKC Thunder time to get back into their defensive stance. So he takes one dribble, drops it off to Neemias Queta, who's rolling hard to the rim, and I believe that was the play where Neemias Queta sees Chet Holmgren at the rim and rises up and throws down one of the most vicious dunks you will see for the Boston Celtics this season. Another play I really like from Jayson Tatum is where he received a screen from Luke Garza and Isaiah Hartenstein hedges really hard, and when you look at the play, there's three OKC players above the free throw line, meaning beneath the free throw line, there's a 3-on-2 advantage for the Boston Celtics. So with Tatum recognizing that and having the tight handle that he does, turning the corner out of the Isaiah Hartenstein hedge, he's able to find Luke Garza rolling freely to the basket. He finishes at the rim really easily for the Boston Celtics. In that second quarter against OKC, Jayson Tatum was starting to find his groove offensively as a passer, as a facilitator, and as a scorer, shooting at the top of the key against an OKC zone, getting that switch of a smaller defender in Isaiah Joe, putting the ball on the floor, attacking them, and then dropping it off to Neemias Queta to finish at the rim. So Tatum is such a great all-around basketball player. In that game, he finished with 19 points, 7 assists, 12 rebounds, and that's one thing that hasn't been missing from Jayson Tatum's game. Obviously, he's still trying to get his feet underneath him with the three-point shooting, his shot in the mid-range, creating off the dribble, but his rebounding has always been great. Ever since he's been in the league, he's been an excellent rebounder. There's been multiple games since he's been back where he has 12 rebounds, 14 rebounds, 8 rebounds, 7 rebounds. He has no problem battling down low, boxing out, sacrificing his body down there in the interior to create advantages for the Celtics. In the Celtics' latest win against the Atlanta Hawks, there was no Jaylen Brown, who was out with an Achilles tendonitis. So now Jayson Tatum is the prime option offensively for the Boston Celtics. He led the Celtics in minutes played, 36 minutes, shot 8 of 24 from the field, not great, 2 of 8 from 3, not great as well. But we talked about Jayson Tatum being a great all-around basketball player. In that game, 26 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 8 of 10 from the free throw line. And in his last 2 games, he has attempted 16 free throws, and that's something I've been wanting to see more from Jayson Tatum. Can he get downhill? Can he take his defenders off the dribble and absorb that contact and finish through contact, getting to the rim? And alongside with Jayson Tatum being the primary option offensively in this game, and let me give some love to Peyton Pritchard, who came off the bench and scored 36 points in this game on 13 of 23 shooting, 6 of 11 from behind the three-point line. Got to show some love to Peyton Pritchard. Back to Jayson Tatum in this game, with Tatum being 6'9", a bigger wing player that can handle the rock, get to any area on the court comfortably, he was hunting those mismatches with CJ McCollum or Onyeka Okongwu. I have 4 plays here where Tatum brings McCollum into the action. It leads to positive results for the Boston Celtics. Tatum gets McCollum on the switch, and now it's an elbow jumper for Jayson Tatum, who's 6'9", shooting over the top of CJ McCollum, who's 6'2", 6'3". Second play I have is Tatum getting that switch of McCollum at the top of the key, and now Onyeka Konwu has to step up because Jayson Tatum's in front of CJ McCollum, and that turns into Jordan Walsh getting a dunk on the baseline at the rim. Sam Hauser did a fantastic job of screening for Jayson Tatum because the third play I have here is Sam Hauser sets an off-ball screen for Jayson Tatum. That forces McCollum to switch on to Tatum, who's cutting backdoor to the basket, and Neemias Queta throws a beautiful dime, and that turns into an and one opportunity for the Boston Celtics. And the last play I have marked down is towards the end of the game, 114-109. Tatum gets that McCollum switch once again, and McCollum just fouls Jayson Tatum behind the three-point line, so now Tatum's able to step to the charity stripe and knock down 3 free throws. There's other plays in this game where Tatum is, hunting Onyeka Konwu, bringing him outside the paint, and he's taking him off the dribble. You also saw possessions where he was taking Dyson Daniels and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 2 excellent defenders, one-on-one, beating them off the dribble, where he was scoring over the top of Dyson Daniels, and then he was able to attack a switch from Nickeil Alexander-Walker, which resulted in a foul. So you love to see Jayson Tatum in that groove offensively. It's just extremely aggressive in that game against the Atlanta Hawks.